Creativity in color grading is not about having more tools, it's about using the right ones in the right way. In this video, I will cover a few tools. Some of them are available only in the studio version of DaVinci Resolve, but even if you don't have it yet, I am sure that this video will help you to expand your horizons. The first effect I want to show you is halation, and I'm going to show you a technique that works even in the free version of DaVinci Resolve. I honestly haven't seen many people talk about this method yet, and if you are wondering what halation actually is, it's that soft glow around bright highlights, especially in the reds, caused by light bleeding into the film emulsion. It adds a very subtle cinematic softness that makes digital footage feel more organic, like what you can see here in the film First Man, Jackie, or Spencer. After the grade is done, create a new node and name it halation. Go to the blur tab and push the blur radius all the way up. Next, right-click on the node and change the composite mode to screen. Then go to the primaries and increase the gain to 1.15. And also push it slightly toward a warm hue to colorize the halation effect. Now move to the curves panel and create an anchor point in the middle, then push it down until only the bright areas are affected by the halation. And here's the before and after. Next, I will show you how to create a soft skin glow using the glow effect in soft light mode. This works beautifully for beauty shots because it enhances the skin without making it look plastic or overprocessed. Once you've isolated the skin tones using the qualifier, create a new node and connect the blue output to the blue input. Then go to the effects panel, search for glow, and drop it onto the node. Push the shine threshold all the way to the left, scroll down and change the composite mode to soft light, then scroll back up and set input alpha to is used for compositing, and from here you can adjust the spread of the effect or dial back the opacity. Now let's look at how we can use the glow effect on clips with lighting to enhance the light sources to give it more pop. After your grade, create a new node and name it glow. Then grab the glow effect from the effects tab and drop it onto the node. Next, scroll up and select source regions so we can see and adjust the areas we want the glow to affect. I want to focus mainly on the highlights, not so much on the face, so I'll leave it here. Then we can go back to the final result. This is our before and after so far. The effect looks very subtle, so let's push the gain up to the maximum. We can also adjust the spread. I will leave it here to get that dreamy look. And I can see that the effect has saturated the skin a bit too much, so let's bring the saturation down using the saturation slider. And if you want the effect to be stronger, we can also add a secondary glow and modify it the same way as before. Next, I will show you an effect in DaVinci Resolve called cinematic haze. It's a great way to add that eerie atmosphere to your footage. After finishing my grade, I add a new serial node and name it cinematic haze. Then I search for the effect in the effects tab and drop it straight onto the node. Next, we enable the depth map. Then I adjust the near and far limits to keep most of the haze behind the subject. And once that's set, I turn on advanced depth controls and post-processing. And then I change blanking regions from automatic to process the entire frame, and I push the flicker to the max to avoid unwanted artifacts. Now we can turn off the depth map preview to be able to see the result. And from here I head into atmospheric scattering. And I dial in the air light intensity. You can also colorize it here, but I usually keep it white, it looks the most natural. And to add movement, I enable disturbance, then adjust the intensity, then the scale. I usually keep it fairly large for realism. And then I also fine-tune the detail. And next I tweak the flow direction, speed and sieve rate. It all depends on your clip and what you want to achieve. And finally, I adjust the global blend to make everything sit perfectly in the shot. Now I will show you how to properly apply the relight effect, because I've seen it used incorrectly in quite a few tutorials. But when used the right way, relight can completely change the mood of a scene while still keeping it realistic. After grading, create a 2-node setup like this. Then go to the Effects tab and apply the relight effect on both nodes. Select the bottom node and set its output to Surface Map. Next, select the top node and change its Surface Map setting to Use Input To. Now connect the green output of the bottom node to the second green input of the top node. And once that's done, we can see our artificial light source on the screen and we can start adjusting its position. I usually prefer using the directional light because it always gives me best results. And make sure to disable Relight Map Preview so you can see the actual clip. And at first, when you move the artificial light, nothing will happen, and that's because we need to slightly increase the gain and gamma. And once you do that, the light becomes visible and you can move it around and place it wherever it feels more natural.